The most soul-sucking thing for most leaders is not the changing world out there. It is when you get excited about dropping the canoes and going into uncharted territory, and you turn to your people and you go, let's do this, come on, this is why God has us here. We've got all these resources, we're part of this Calvary Partner Network, they're giving us all this stuff, let's go. And you turn around behind you and you go, where'd you all go? And the very people who asked you to lead them become the people who resist you.
Clarity begins with what? Honesty. I think for a long time we've been fooling ourselves that we're still the church, that society is the same society it was 50 years ago. Folks, it has changed. Clarity begins with honesty.
I think, as I think about Calvary Network, it's not just what they are offering to us, it's how we dream and envision the future of the church. It's what it means to think differently about being the church.
Just because the gospel is relevant, which we still believe, doesn't mean you're relevant. But we have to change our definition of what relevance is. See, relevance is meeting somebody's need in the moment that they have it. Being relevant sometimes requires us to be innovative, and the church has a fear of innovation. And we have a fear of innovation for mostly because of the reason that innovation requires risk. It is inherently associated with risk. And as church leaders, we don't want to take a risk. Because financially, missionally, spiritually, the work that we do is important, and we don't want to risk that by innovating things. And so what happens is we end up in this cycle of continually doing the same thing over and over again and not innovating.
You make a change, you face sabotage, and if you survive that, then the change takes root.
See, the truth is, one thing that we know is that every parent cares about their kid's future. The data tells us this. And what the data also tells us is that every church cares about kids' futures. Every kid in your community, you care about their future. It's just that parents don't know that. Parents think you don't care about their kids' future. So how can you rethink what you do in order to help y'all get on the same page? Because at the end of the day, this future, it's unwritten. But just imagine what it would look like if you partnered with parents and wrote that future together.
I know it's speaking to me. It's put me on a different footing. I'm a better father. I'm a better husband. I'm confident in God's grace in Christ Jesus because of the Calvary Partner Network. It's fun. I haven't always been able to say that this job is fun, but it's fun. And I think this is precisely what I was excited about 15 years ago when I was ordained.
We need to hear it over and over and over again until the hard is over, until it isn't cancer, until the dad goes home. We need to remember it again and again and again. God is for you so you can be for each other, so you can go out and be for them. God is so clear about this. You give them something to eat. You make disciples of all nations. You reflect my love. You reflect my grace. You reflect my hope. You reflect my compassion. You reflect my justice. You are God's clarity. My friends, you are God's plan. How cool is that?